on this Kartini Day, well, particularly it's all about empowering a woman from all over the world. And today we will talk with a woman who empowers great single mothers all around Indonesia.
Woohoo!
Yay, girl power! She managed this feat through a community. It's called Single Moms Indonesia. And to know more about her efforts and what she done and how she empowers all single moms in Indonesia, we'll talk to her. Good morning, Maureen Hitipeuw. Hi.
Good morning, Maureen.
Hi, good morning, ladies.
Hi, good morning. Happy Kartini Day.
Happy Kartini Day.
So, Maureen, I think Shafira and I also have been following the work that you do with the single moms in Indonesia. But I'm sure there are so many people out there who are curious about this. What is Single Moms Indonesia? What is the story behind you founding Single Moms Indonesia as a supportive community?
Yes, so Single Moms Indonesia actually started on the 8th of 2014. It was born out of my own personal needs, you could say, because when I had my own divorce, I was looking for a community, a support group, but I couldn't find one. And along my journey, it actually took me 4 years from the day I was officially divorced to the birth of Single Moms Indonesia community, because I feel like women going through, like before they go through divorce or in the middle of the divorce proceeding itself, and then post divorce, we need support.
Yeah.
And that's why this community is born. Our vision and mission is to empower Indonesian single moms and to educate the public about the negative stigma. And
Yes.
hopefully, we could invite everyone to join us and change the negative stigma and make a new narrative around single moms.
Wow, that is so cool, Maureen. We met a couple years ago, and I didn't know that she is the founder of Single Mom Indonesia. But when I remember when I talked to her, she is so radiant. She, she's like she say hi to me, and we start talking. And from there, I noticed her and I follow her on social media, and that's where I know, oh, okay. So she basically empowering another woman to create a supporting system for a fellow single mom. So with the community, what activities have a Single Moms Indonesia done so far, Maureen?
Yes, we've done a lot of activities. Before the pandemic, in 2017, we started having monthly events offline. But of course, with the pandemic, we have to move everything online, which is great in a way because we can cover and reach more of our members who are spread across Indonesia and some
Yes.
even overseas. We've done so many programs, but the main point is all our programs have the same cause behind it, which is we want to empower single moms.
Okay.
So our programs varies from workshops that give them hard skill and soft skills. We teach them all kinds of skills from how to manage their social media, how to write. For example, we did a writing class last year, and it resulted in us self-publishing an anthology book,
That's great.
Nice.
which was really great because we received great feedback for our books. We've sold over 500 copies already, and it's all written by our members who completed the writing workshop. And also, the book is being accompanied by specialists, like divorce lawyers, psychologists. They give their feedback. So it's a complete book, and I'm so proud that 16 women wrote this and shared their life stories. And hopefully, we can empower more women. And we also have few months, I think every 2 months, we just started this, where we met online and we do a private sharing session with our members so everyone can virtually hug each other.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
A quick question. How many members do you have in this community, Maureen?
Yes, so we just broke 7,000 members a few days ago, and I think we're the only communities where if our members, if we have more members, we become more worries, because it
Yes.
means there are more women that we need to help, that,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, so this is, I love hearing all the stories. You know, you are sharing the stories not only to each other online, but you're also putting it into a book. So a lot of women will will be able to understand a little bit more about what it is like to be a single mom. And you also mentioned earlier the stigma that we're still facing. Is actually we're facing it in Indonesia, and I've also done a little bit of research. Even in the West, single mothers still face this sort of stigma, which I always find strange.
Yeah.
It baffles me. But I would like to know, what sort of stigma do single mothers usually face, and why?
Yeah, the why is a big question that I think we might not find the actual answer for, but Marissa. But I think it's part of the culture where, if we look back 30 years ago, movies in the 70s, in the 80s,
Yeah.
40 years ago, movies depicting women, depicting single moms as someone who will flirt with your husband,
Ugh.
who will try, to, seduce you. So that kind of, image and then portraying is deeply ingrained in our society, in our culture, which is really sad because deep down, we're all the same. We're all just like other mothers. We want what's best for our kids. We want to excel in life,
Yes.
And but this is what th- I, I I say it over and over again. This is everyone's homework, not just us as a community,
Yeah.
as a minority, but everyone needs to, understand that this stigma needs to break because the stigma also caused a lot of Indonesian women to choose to stay in unhealthy, unhappy marriage other than, getting divorced because they're scared of the stigma, especially to those women outside of Jakarta, like in small villages. I mean, the stories this lady shared with us in the community, sometimes it's really mind blowing, but it's like, oh my God, it really happened. But it did. So
Wow.
it is everyone's homework. I think deep down, it all comes down to we need more empathy.
Right.
These women, they are working really hard, They don't have time to seduce your husband,
Exactly. Come on, don't you know that we have so much things to do
That's
rather than,
true.
like teasing your someone else
Oh my
husband?
Yes.
Be open.
That is
Come
just
on.
ridiculous. So how do we start then? Because
It
you did
is.
say that it is everybody's homework, right?
Yeah.
How
Yes.
can we
Yes.
start breaking this stigma to
Exactly.
make sure that it is, it's like we change our mindset around single moms? Because when I hear the word single mom, all I feel for single moms are just admiration and respect.
Exactly.
Because
Tough.
I know it is super hard. It's
Exactly.
like you are the breadwinner of the family. And if you have children, 1, 2, or 3,
Yes.
it means that you're the breadwinner to feed your children. But at the same time, you have to be a mother.
Yeah.
You have to be a nurturing mother. And it's done by one person. So how do we start changing this mindset so we as a society can be more supportive towards single mothers?
The answer is quite simple actually, but I know it's harder to do. It needs to start by having empathy for others, right? It goes
Yes.
to everyone, not just for us single moms, but to everyone, and to see that life can be different, that it doesn't have to be that the whole concept of a whole family sometimes involving just the mom and their kids, and that's
Yes.
okay. uh, yeah, it starts with that, the empathy, and then stop making jokes involving the word janda or single moms,
Right.
because sometimes I see the memes and it's just unbelievably degrading to women. I mean, people sometimes forget that
Yeah.
their mothers may one day become a single mom. How would you feel if your mom is being made fun of, being made a butt of a joke? I think it's having that core sense of empathy toward other people who may be different, or leading a different life than you. That's the start. And then we stop using single moms or the word janda as a marketing gimmick, which sadly still happens these days, and then just offer supports and kindness. We don't ask much, but we just want it to be treated equally like everybody
Yes.
else.
Yes, of
Yeah.
course. Sometimes it's sad to see other women are mocking to other women.
What?
Yes, it came from fellow women sometimes. It happens, in a close
Exactly.
community somehow, in a village, or, in our society. It's like using the word gender, it's something that is
Yes,
very
jokey.
rude.
Yeah,
But
it's
sometimes they make a joke about it. And it came from fellow women. That is sad. So
We have to change that.
basically, the simple thing that we have to do as a woman is being kind. It's not hard to do.
No,
Just
it's
being
not.
kind and being empathy, because something that might ideal to you, but it's not ideal for others.
Yep.
We cannot fit to someone else's shoes, but if you want to be kind or you want to be empathy, just put yourself on someone else's shoes, so you know how to be respect or appreciate someone else's story. So, Maureen, I'll be very emotional here because
I feel your fire.
the single women,
I feel your
Yes.
fire.
the single mom have that kind of stigma, same as single women. Someone thought that,
that's true.
she wants to
Yeah.
flirt. I'm sorry. We have so much things to do.
This is getting perfect.
Exactly. So, Maureen, since you tell us more about the struggle of single moms, the stigma, you rolling, juggling from one to another activity, you create a book, you share awareness and everything. As a single mom, what kind of struggle that many people might not see or know about, but really took a toll on the single moms? Please share with us loud.
Thank you so much, Shafira. I love your fiery side. But yeah, one of the biggest struggles that single moms faces, and we actually did a survey within our community and asked our members, what are your biggest struggles? Number one is, of course, undeniably financial. Why? Because here in Indonesia, we don't have child support agency, right? So
Okay.
if you go to the court, you get divorced, and the court decide that, hey, the ex-husband needs to pay X amount of
Yeah.
child support.
Yeah.
But once you leave the court, there's no way to enforce that. So we are forced to stand up on ourselves financially, and a lot of these women, they left the corporate world to become a full-time mom when they got married, right? So they don't have the experience or sometimes the skills to start over in life. And
Yeah.
this is something that they must do because there are kids to be fed, to be clothed, and a lot of the time, sadly, the men just left. There's no responsibilities to help, ease the burden financially, which is really sad. And I think most men needs to realize that, hey, when you have a kid, no matter what happened to you and your ex-wife or ex-spouse, you still need to be responsible for your kids. You
Yes.
can't just expect the mom to carry it all because it's a real struggle for them, and they have to start from zero. And I heard so many crazy stories of deadbeat dads basically. And so we kind of make it into a joke in our community, and we tell our members that, hey ladies, your rejeki is from God, not
Yeah.
from your ex-husband.
Right.
That's to help them feel more empowered.
Like
Yeah.
I know it's
booster,
sad,
right?
but you know. Yeah. And then the second struggle also is the psychological side of divorce. You know, you have the stigma, you have the financial responsibilities. There's so many burdens for single moms. So sometimes, you know, because of the stigma itself, they, without, you know, subconsciously, they stigmatize themselves. They will say, oh, I cannot do this because I'm a janda, I'm a single mom. What would
No.
society say? So this is where we come in and we empower them and we say, ladies, you cannot change what people say, you cannot control what people says, but you have the power to control on how you react. So that's what
Yes.
we, you know, try to encourage our
Stoicism
members, you know, so
101.
they, yeah, so
I
they
like
can
that.
be strong. They can stand up on their feet
Right.
and, you know, just ignore the naysayers, basically. That's what we tell them because to change the stigma, study says it takes 2 generations.
Ooh.
So we might not be here to witness that.
Right.
But at least we can pass down, you know, the importance of empathy and things like that and kindness to our children, and they can pass it down to their children's children.
Yeah.
So that, and then of course the parenting issues, right? Because a lot of these women struggle with juggling everything, having to fulfill the role of father figure in their children's life while they have to work, they have to, you know, make money. So
Yeah.
it's a real challenge. So that's our basically the top 3 challenges.
So basically,
Right.
it's a life challenge, you know, life situation.
Yeah.
No matter single or have a spouse. So basically, people are struggling their own situation.
Yeah.
Just be kind. Okay.
So,
Just be kind.
so the word support, I guess, is what single moms need, right? I want to talk about about the community itself. For example, if there are single mothers out there, then they want to get support, or you know, they want to feel belong. How can they join the community? And are women who are not single moms can also join and help within the community? Or men,
Absolutely.
You know? Yeah.
Yeah. So for future single moms, or you know, or already a single mom, they can join us. They can just they can go to our social media on Instagram and then register through that. And then we also welcome other women who wants to support, especially if you have any expertise. We're always open, looking for, you know, collaboration.
Right.
So reach out.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So you can join this supporting group of women to get your power back. Sometimes we cannot do it alone, right?
Of course, absolutely.
All right, thank you so much, Maureen, for your time to share your inspiring story in this lovely day. May your spirit can, you know, can spread to all over the world, especially for a fellow woman. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Maureen Hitipeuw, the
Bye-bye.
Single Moms Indonesia.